Welcome back. All right, Sunrise family, now the hurricane season has started and the question is, are you properly insured? Find out in this segment as BCIC introduces you to their latest free online tool to check your home's estimated rebuild costs and avoid being underinsured. Joining us this morning is General Manager of Marketing at BCIC, Lorianne Glasgow. Welcome to Sunrise.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
It's so good to have you. I want to jump in and you tell me, why is it so important to have property insurance?
You know, for most homeowners, their property is their largest investment, it's their most valuable asset. So they need a safety net in case something happens. Like you just said, hurricane season has started and anything could happen. A fire could happen at any time. And so property insurance is there as that safety net. So in case something happens, the homeowner is able to rebuild and replace their home.
But Lori, for those people who have, say, a mortgage, wouldn't they get their insurance through their lender?
Yeah, so for most mortgage owners, they will have insurance as part of their mortgage. However, it's really important to understand who that insurance covers. It really only covers the mortgage lender's financial interest in the property. And so the homeowner may not be covered.
So you're saying that even if I have insurance as a homeowner, I may be left out if something happens to the home?
Yes, so so if something happens, the mortgage lender will be made whole, their financial interest will be covered, and then the homeowner may have to go into their pocket to find the money to rebuild their property. So it's really important that homeowners get their own property insurance.
No, Laura, we don't love that. We don't love that. We need some insurance. Okay, right. I know people are visual learners, yes, practical learners. Yes. So take me through something here. I see a nice, pretty, beautiful house here. Right. Take me through some information that you have for me today.
Right, so let's see. So in this one, let's take a practical example, okay, right? I know people like to see a visual cue. So let's say your house costs $12 million, okay, right? So you buy it for $12 million. $12 million. And then years later, you still have it insured for that $12 million. But guess what? The cost of rebuilding has gone up. The cost of cement, the cost of labor has all gone up. And now the rebuilding cost of your home is $18 million. Right? But you still remember you only insured for that $12 million. So something happens and you have $5 million worth of property damage and you claim on your insurance. Well, guess what? Because you're only 2/3 of the way insured, you're only going to get 2/3 of that $5 million. So you're going to get $3 million, then you have to go in your pocket and find the $2 million to fix the entire damage.
And nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that.
Nobody
Absolutely.
wants that. No bueno.
And then if another example, let's say you still have the $18 million to rebuild your house and you're insured for $12 million. Something happens, you have a total loss. Your home is completely destroyed in a fire. You will get that $12 million, but remember it's $18 million to rebuild a house. So you have to dip into your pocket for another $6 million to totally be whole. So it's really important to update what we call the sum insured, the value that you place on your insurance for your home.
Lori, like this. Give me another one. Give me another one.
Right,
you have another one for us?
Let's see what this one is. Okay. So this one is about finding the right replacement value for the cost. Okay. So as I said, you know, in the previous example, you bought your house for $12 million, so that's what you put on. But that's a market value, right? Right. You need to find out what the replacement cost is. But how do you do that? So usually you have to do a formal valuation and it can get really costly, especially if you have to do it every year. So what BCIC has done is we've developed a free online calculator. So anybody in Jamaica, any homeowner can go on to BCIC online. You don't even have to be a BCIC customer. Whoever, once you're a homeowner, you go on and you click on our property valuation calculator and you just add in some basic details about your house. So for example, the square footage, where it's located, and it will give you a rebuilding value.
You know what I love? I'm not the most technologically savvy, you see? Right. But when I heard you were coming, I said, no man, we have to try this out before even, you know, telling anybody about it. So quick, so easy. I like it. They said basic information.
Yes, very basic.
You know, put in some basic information and it pops back the value so quickly.
Yeah, so like your square footage you'd put in, I mean, and you'd have that from, for example, if you've done a valuation before, even when you bought your property, you would know your square footage from that. You put in your basic location, what type of roof you have, what type of ceiling you'll have, and finishes. So finishes would be like, you know, what type of flooring you have, the type of countertops you have. And we have a handy guide that will give you a guide of what kind of classifies as basic finishes, mid-range finishes, etc. You can also put in, if you have air conditioning or you have solar panels, you can put in that value. And then you just go in and you press calculate, and it does it, this little thing, goes into its algorithm, its calculation, right? And it gives you a rebuilding cost.
What's helpful for me, especially, sometimes I'm like, okay, what does this mean? How exactly do I do this? But then you have the drop-down boxes.
Yes.
And it shows you, oh, okay, that's what this means. I can just select.
Exactly.
You know, I'm a multiple choice girl,
Exactly.
I'm a multiple choice girl. And so when I see that, it was very easy. I was actually very, very surprised. Because sometimes people say, you just jump online and you just go on our website and
it's
you
not
go on
that
the website
easy.
and you're like, hello, me need a class.
Yes.
But nothing like that.
No, absolutely. We wanted to make it really, really accessible for everybody. And like I said, it's free for everybody to use.
Everybody, as in every BCIC customer?
TK, whether you're a BCIC customer or another insurance company's customer, you can use our calculator.
And it's free for BCIC customers?
It's free for everybody.
I like it. I just had I had to make that clear for the people.
Absolutely.
I had to make that clear for the people.
No.
Free. You know, that's our middle name.
Yes, but I will say though, if you do use BCIC's online calculator and you come to us to request a quote, because on the calculator you see a little request a quote button. If you do request a quote from us and you buy insurance from us, you will also get $5 million in free contents insurance, and we give you up to 12 months to pay. So you can pay little in installments over a year.
It's the two things that we like. Free and pay little. But just remind me, what's the website that, let's say somebody's watching right now, jump on right now and go to?
www.bciconline.com.
Really?
Yes.
All right, I like it.
Simple.
I like it. So, all right, so I've bought a house. I am now insured. Is it particular damages that would qualify me for this? Like, for example, a fire versus a hurricane, somebody comes and vandalizes. Is there any kind of differentiation?
Absolutely, no. All of that is covered in a basic home insurance policy. And I mean, there are so many things. So you talked about fire, you talked about hurricane, flood damage is included, theft, burglary, vandalism, all of those things are included. You know what we also include? If something happens to your house and you have to find temporary accommodation, that's also covered as part of your home. Yes, absolutely. So I really encourage people to buy home insurance, read your policy, because a lot of people don't even know how many things are actually covered under their policy. So I do encourage everybody to read their policy. At BCIC, we actually got an award for plain language. So we don't use no long legalese and long, big words and everything. We make it really plain and easy to understand. We got an award for it last year, the Claire Mark Awards, because we were so intentional about coming with plain language policies.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Award winner.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So take me through the process. Remember I tell you I'm visual,
Right.
I'm visuals. I like the practical.
Yes.
So I've just bought my $12 million home.
Right.
I lost. Lori, I don't have a clue how, what, where. I saw you on TV, So is it that is there a special call-in that I do to start the process with you? Do I come down to the office and which department? Things like that. Give me some information on that.
So you can actually call us, 922-1260. You can go on our website and request a quote. You can WhatsApp us, and the WhatsApp number is come out of my head right now, TK. You put me on the spot, but that's all right. 922-1260 is the main number to call. I mean, you can go through any BCIC branch. We have 8 all over the island. You can go to a BCIC agent. There's so many ways that you can contact us to get home insurance. And to get that award-winning service. Absolutely. I love it. Thank you so much. I know there's somebody watching right now who has been informed and will be on bciconline.com
pressing and calculating and formulating.
Please, we want everybody. Underinsurance is actually a really big problem in Jamaica, and so we really wanted to address this as a whole industry-wide problem, not just for our BCIC customers.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Our guest has been Lorian Glasgow, General Manager of Marketing at BCIC. If you're not insured, go get it now. Better to be safe than sorry. Now stay tuned, we head to another break, and then it's over to the news desk with me for morning news.